It's exciting to see our children learning in an engaged way. By that, I mean that they are having fun, they're active, they're engaged in hands-on experiences, and some of those are inquiry-based as well. So what's the difference between an engaging experience and an authentic, meaningful learning experience? Well, there's three things we're going to discuss. And meaningful learning is learner-driven, it is experiential, and it has opportunities for authentic accountability. So what do we mean by learner-driven? Meaningful learning is learner-driven. And in How People Learn by Ransford, Brown, and Cocking, they talk about the fact that students bring with them to the classroom past experiences, beliefs, understandings, cultural contexts that all need to be understood by the teacher in order to engage them, in order to design experiences that will provide for them meaningful learning, learning that's more successful because it's taken those things into account. So, what do we mean by experiential? Experiential, as Dewey states in Experience in Education, is being involved in real-world problems, involving students in real-world challenges. So, for example, we might be studying habitat, and there's no better way to study a habitat than to be in a habitat and to experience that habitat. In that setting, students are allowed to make their own observations, to ask questions, to build upon the knowledge they already have about habitat, and learn in a more holistic way. Those experiences also allow for greater transfer. Since the students aren't learning discrete concepts or topics, they're learning more about process and how to learn in this environment. So that is a very transferable skill that students have and very important to authentic learning. Authentic learning also provides for authentic accountability, by which I mean the product goes beyond the teacher or the test. So what the students have to create or have to know is more important than the answers that they're writing on the test. In this situation, the middle school students discovered an invasive species near our school, and after studying it and asking questions and doing some research, they developed a report for the federal government, who was very receptive and encouraged the students to continue to study that and provide them with information. So authentic accountability, as Newman states, is being able to provide information and skills beyond what's necessary for the class, something that can really improve their performance and add to the community's knowledge, to the knowledge of their peers, or provide them experiences that are real-world based. So together, these three things, learner-driven, experiential, and authentic accountability, help to build students' authentic learning. Is there any questions? Anne?
Well, how is it possible to teach authentically when there's so much content to cover?
Well, that's a good question. So when there's a lot of content to cover, sometimes we feel like there's not enough time. But actually, if you go back to that habitat example, when you're in a habitat, there's opportunities to do more than just learn about the habitat. There's opportunities to write and to do math and to do art and language arts. So it really provides a teacher with the ability to create integrated curriculum, something that can help the students across those different topics. Rachel?
How does experiential learning work for a subject like writing?
So take that habitat example again. Students are outside, immersed in an environment that's experiential. And there they're having emotional reactions, they are making observations, asking questions, and all of those things can act as a springboard for writing. So that's just another way of integrating curriculum in this sort of authentic learning environment. Linda?
Can you please say some more about the teacher's role in the learner-centered environment?
The teacher's role in the learner-centered environment is a little different than we traditionally think of a teacher. Normally we think of a teacher being sort of an imparter of knowledge, somebody who tells kids what is what. But in a learner-centered environment, a teacher sort of acts as a bridge builder, finding ways to connect students with the content. And they do that by understanding those past experiences and all of those things that they bring with them into the classroom so that they can more successfully connect students with the content. Thank you.